Welcome to installing License Manager for Trimble Field Points. Before we get started, let's talk about some preliminary steps that we need to do before the installation. First of all, we want to go ahead and close all Microsoft Windows-based applications, including any email software that you have running. Before you close the email software, make sure that you have a copy of the Trimble Field Points activation email provided to you by Trimble. You will need this during the license activation procedure. If you have not received the email, please contact Trimble at the number provided on the screen. Next, you need to download the License Manager for Trimble Field Points. You should have a link in the email provided from Trimble. Once you have completed the preliminary steps, we can go ahead and get started with the installation. Before we install the License Manager, we need to determine if it will be installed on a local machine or on a server. If we install it on a local machine, that means that only one person will have access to that software on that same machine where you install the License Manager and the software itself. If we install the License Manager on the server, we are allowing the license to be shared among multiple individuals. Depending on how many licenses you've purchased, you can run multiple or simultaneously licenses together. If you only have one license, that one license can be shared among multiple people, but you will only be able to use the software one time. The ability to have a network license, it also gives you the ability to check out that license and use it out in the field whenever possible. So if you have purchased multiple licenses, you can check out one and leave one behind for people to use in the office. Once the license has been used and brought back into the License Manager, it can be used again back in the office. So you have to determine this in order to determine where you're going to install the License Manager. Once you're ready to install the License Manager, we want to go ahead and make sure that you are an administrator to that machine, whether it be a local machine or a server. We want to go ahead and write down the computer name and IP address of the server that you're installing it on. If you're doing the network installation, you will need this during the software installation of Trimble Field Points. So once we're ready to get started, go ahead and double click the License Manager executable on the local machine or the server. When you reach the welcome screen, go ahead and select Next. Then you'll be taken to the license agreement. Here you will read and accept the license agreement to continue and select Next when available. And once you're ready to install, we're going to go ahead and click Install on the bottom of that dialog box. Multiple screens or multiple windows will open and close multiple times. Once the installation has been completed, then you will see a dialog box with a Finish button. Go ahead and hit Finish. And once you hit Finish, the license activation window will appear. Here you will go ahead and enter your activation code that was provided in the email and enter how many licenses you need to activate. Activate only the number of licenses you have purchased. Now here you can go ahead and do a combination of server and standalone licenses. So if you are doing this installation on a server, you might want to just do one license here on the server and another license that you've purchased on a standalone machine. So you have the option to do a combination of License Manager installation, or you can do them all on either the server or the local machines, whichever is appropriate for you. Once you've determined that and you've entered the amount of licenses to activate, you can go ahead and click on Activate on the bottom of the dialog box. Once that is completed, now you've finished the installation of the License Manager. And if you'd like to see the procedure of installing the Trimble Field Point software, please reference installing Trimble Field Points presentation. Thank you.